And now I need to go up there and scroll to the beginning and.
Roger that.
Okay. Hello, Sonny Moore Lawrence. Hello, Jennifer Pugh, Jordan Bunce, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, Jordan Bunce, Hugo Cordierlette, Line Cook Thor, 2006, Jamie Thaxton, longest name on YouTube, Scuba Steve, Edson Juicebox, D Hawker, Ken Leshy Zarish, Cat Swift, Big Dog Masks, Pops on the Tube, Reese's Lovely Thoughts, wee hiya, I said hi to him, Susan Atai, Stricken Ghoul, Don Prather, John C., Cobwebs and Candlesticks, good to see you on. Ron Sheps, D Hawker, Body Geeks, Rhonda Toy, Michelle Schulte, Jordan Easel, and that's all the people who get a hello. Except for June Ritchie and Andy Iyer and maybe Brenda Bodwin.
Neck braces off and now. Finger bandage. Stop getting injured.
I hatcheted my finger today a little bit. There's a little bit of hatcheting happening. Yeah, just a little bit. It was. I did not yet begin to hatch it.
Only begun to hatch it.
And phone hand may die because my phone might die.
Oh, and your battery backup is dead.
Which I guess I could go plug in right now.
Jennifer Pugh says, I'm so excited. Kim B. I. Brad Kennedy says, hi all.
Hi. So we gave everybody all through October in order to join Patreon to win one of these 4 masks. And I still haven't finished the mask, so you're going to see that today too. Would you go to Spokane for me for a second? Okay, that should be fine.
You want the pip?
No, I think Pip is. You do Pip? A large amount of pain and suffering. Yeah, that any wife of mine would have to endure.
Ken Zarish, still Stacy, Ron Shep, still Stacy. Body Geek says, you didn't have the hatchet set at the high heat setting, so it instantly cauterizes the wound?
No, I did not. I did not have my space hatchet ready to go this go round.
Josh Newman says hi, like of course hi Stacy. And Juice says, hello shop monkeys. Heidi hi.
Hi.
Hugo says hi Stacy. Sarah R says hi.
And I'm gonna finish eating my chili throughout the evening.
There's a whole lot more too.
Shannon is not good at cooking for only 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. Cat Swift says, tonight will be fun. How long to figure out how everything works again?
It took a while.
Oh, thank you, Brenda Bogwitch. Says I'm unstable to commit to Patreon, so I just super chat or send donations.
Well, you are very kind. We
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much. You get a Beastman fist bump. Apparently that makes a noise. Oh, no, we get an alert for the super chat. Thank you.
Okay.
Ken Zarish says, Alan Stacey, how are you both?
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm recovering from haunt season.
We survived.
Yeah, haunt season is a recovery deal. I'm just giving a quick scrubby scrub to these very shiny masks with a sanding block, and then I will coat them in liquid paint sticky stuff.
Ron Shep says, just a flesh wound. Andy Iyer says, hope your neck is better, Alan. Body Geek says, I can feel my legs again.
Okay, so Body Geeks came with us, and he worked with us at Dark Hour for a couple nights.
That final push, the last weekend.
Yeah, he was
What was it?
he was a werewolf, I think, most of the time.
I also played, which one that looks like a werewolf that has the weird nose?
It's not a Chinu.
It's the other one.
It's not a Baycock.
It's not a new one. It's an old one.
I don't know. Maybe he'll say
Body
what.
Geeks, what were you playing? Larry Hughes says, evening, sir.
Good evening.
Jordan Easel says, pray for my family. All I can say here is we're in a serious situation.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
We'll be in our thoughts, Jordan. Amarok.
Amaroop. That's a new one.
Yeah. The mask.
We assigned an old head to a new monster.
Ken's recently. I can't wait to see if you got anything different for Christmas.
If you mean me, I do have plans for Christmas.
We'll be in Dark Hour. Probably
We
not.
don't have plans for Christmas. Not this year.
Ed's Juice says, I so wanted to come and help.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right. We will get one of this head size.
Yeah, Body Geek was a hero. I was like,
He
hey, we
was.
still need more people. He was like, I told Alan I would come and help. Then I put him in touch with our casting director, and he was like, I'm on my way. Like,
There are times when I am too busy to respond.
mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I don't want help.
Like Thor says, I went to my first haunted house this year. It was so awesome.
Really? That's great.
That's awesome.
What were you cutting this with?
The white knife, the ceramic knife, I guess.
Really? It looks like
I suck at cutting, I know.
one of those. It looks like you trained a beaver to cut them, who had some alcohol in its system.
Thanks, Alan.
Body Geek says, it was awesome. They had me in the perfect scare. Fawn Diane says, hey, hey, hey. Big Dog says, smash the thumbs up button, please. Line Cook Thor says, if I was there, I would have helped you guys out. Andy Iyer says, I didn't have any time to hit any haunted attractions. Jordan Easel says, if you could... Let's see. Maybe he means if you could pick, if you could pick the color of Stanley Ipkiss's mask, what would it be?
The color of parchment. Color of parchment.
Scott Colhart says, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Welcome, Scott.
Hello, Scott.
He's our moderator extraordinaire.
Okay.
I'm kind of running around the shop getting things together because of who I am as a person.
Sneaking through to get a coffee roll.
I knew I needed something.
You need a top up?
No. Yes.
One or two?
One. I needed heat gun.
Okay.
I need a heat gun.
Eat good. Oh, I very considerately put that up for you.
Yeah, that's how that works.
There you go. He's like, come in and clean the shop. And then I come in and clean the shop. And he's like, damn you, you cleaned the shop.
Where are all the things? Well, at least if they're put away, I know where they're at.
That's true. Jordan Easel says a tinted white map. For Stanley Ipkiss.
You could do that, yes.
Alamatra Art says, hello, everyone.
Almatra art.
Ba, ba, ba.
The time never felt so good.
So good, so good. Helen Wright says, hey, all, I claim first question. What the hecky thump can I search to get a head and shoulders foam form before I lose my mind?
Say, put in head and shoulders mannequin. Or mannequin head and shoulders.
The
And
one,
you'll find several.
the small one you're using is the Ed head, right?
Well, this one doesn't have shoulders, really.
Ish.
It has collarbones.
Mm.
This is a sculpting bust. This is a mask making sculpting bust. It has full shoulders, but these are like 110. If you mannequin head and shoulders, they're not going to be as tall, but they'll be fine for making a lot of stuff, and they'll be about $60.
Jennifer Pugh says, so is Dark Tower going to do Christmas too?
Not this year, next year.
Auntie Iverson, I think I'm going to start making Halloween decorations a lot earlier so I can hit a couple houses next year.
Yeah.
Sarah R. contributed her ba ba ba. Mike Thor says, how did Bray do in Dark Hour? She did really
died.
good. She got to meet Carl. I think she was more scared before she went in than she was actually going
Nothing
through
but
the house. She got properly frightened. I literally haven't seen her since then.
Really?
Yeah, like I haven't been home because I've been working.
So this plastic is kind of hard to paint. So I'm using my trick, but this is purple primer with I've tinted the purple primer, so I can just make these black pretty easy.
Sean Regal says, evening creepers.
Good evening. I liked your walkthrough video, sir.
Al Machar says, thank you as always, friend. D. Hawker says, first yard hunt for us. Put your teachings to good use.
All right.
Found candy in the grass the kids dropped when they got scared.
Yes.
Andy Iyer says, the video of the demon skulls that Cobwebs did looks like something I might want to do.
Cool. Use it.
Jordan Easel says, I think Immortal Mask sells copies of Stanley's Alter Ego. Could you purchase an unpainted one and give it a try?
I don't like painting silicone. You can. I can. I have. I think the first video on my YouTube channel was a silicone mask I made.
Yeah.
But Immortal would gladly do it. They do custom paint all the time.
Helen Wright says, thank you. Michael Thor says, nice. Ed Camacho says, hello, all. Sean Regal says, ugh, that stuff smells so bad.
Yeah, it's great. So good for you.
Yeah. It is very effective at what it's doing, though.
Yeah, it's blacking the heck out of this.
Like, boy, great coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You dyed that with fuel dye?
It's fuel oil dye is what it's called.
Susie Gardner says, howdy. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Susie Gardner.
Brenda Bodwin says, I got all my mannequins free at chased clothes / out of business clothing stores and malls. They always leave some behind, and the mall maintenance people will always give them to you free.
Gotta love those mall maintenance people.
Ron Shep says, what did you take the primer with?
Fuel oil dye.
Check your chin on the bottom there.
Your chin.
Yeah, on the side facing me, you got a big swath of empty. You got it. The Blue Fairy says, hi there, sorry I'm late.
Hi, Blue Fairy. What's funny is, like, I'm a very visual person, so I just imagine everyone is their screen name. So, like, I completely see, like, a blue fairy, like, sitting in front of a computer, and no one should change that for me. That's why when A Knox on a Moon comes on,
Network Studio.
Yeah, Tut Works, that's right. I in my head before, I sang King Tut by, comedian? White
Steve
hair.
Martin.
That's the one, Steve Martin. King Tut. But then, when I found out that Tutworks is a girl, I now say, I'm not on the moon, because that's what she looks like in my head.
Jordan Easel says, of all the masks you sell, which one do you think bears the closest resemblance to Stanley's face?
I don't know. I'm not sure. That would take some research.
The Blue Fairy says, hello, I love it.
But I think Daryl could slide probably that. Didn't we have a Daryl and a Karen?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Why was he named Daryl?
I think the creepers spoke.
Bob Newhart. Hi, I'm Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl. Or I'm someone. It's my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl.
Catso says, I found a hard plastic Krampus mask that I want to use in a mold. Can I use expanding foam and pull it before it's too set to tweak details? If so, what type of release agent?
Vaseline is always your release agent. Or if you wanted to, you could use the yellow can, Johnson's Paste Wax.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I definitely look like my screen name.
Why does my brain work the way it does?
Oh, listen.
It takes me 45 minutes to find anything in the fridge. But you ask me what release agent should you use for this process,
You're
I'm on it.
Tina Bowden says, hi, everyone.
Hello.
Josh Skelly says, hello, everyone.
And hello again.
Ron Shep says, I made the chainsaw. It was a huge hit.
Awesome. I love that.
Jennifer Pugh says, Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
It was Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Jordan Diesel says, so you don't fully know your own product line? That's fine. No shame in that.
Dude,
You make so
I have
much
like
stuff.
200 molds out there. But like people have come to me and said, hey, this thing you made. And I'm like, I made that? Yeah, I bought this from you. You made it. Oh, okay. I found pictures of a scarecrow on my computer. could tell I made it like it was my style.
Yeah.
I know I made it. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Could be all the
None.
chemicals.
I can't imagine what it might be. I guess it could be the chemicals.
Andy Iris says, Larry, Daryl. Catherine says, thanks. Laura Kirchwell says, I've been asking that about your brain since '06.
Laura Kirch.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, to help support these shows. Join the Still Be Studios Patreon.
Laura, I think this is the first Halloween in like a long time that we haven't worked together, even a weekend. Miss you.
Brenda Bogman says, I don't make masks and I don't have haunts. My family uses the mannequins for clothing alterations.
Cool.
Nice. Big Dog says, okay, guess who foam filled a Don Post 2003 Berserk mask and didn't know till afterwards?
That's not so bad. I mean, a lot of people foam fill in order to preserve the mask. Like that's a preservation technique. Now, if you foam filled it and let it shoot out of the face and whatnot, then you might make some folks cry, but that's okay. They're gonna cry anyway about something.
Reese's Lovely Thoughts says, I just wanted to say thank you. I used nothing but a hot glue gun, scissors, and material to make my granddaughter's Halloween costume. It turned out awesome.
Of course it did. I love that.
Lion Victor says, all my coworkers loved my mask from you. It was a hit.
All right, you had the whiplash mask, is that right?
Jordan Bunce says, how you feeling, Alan?
I'm good. I'm almost caught up on sleep from haunt season. You know, I'm good. My injury is healing nicely. It is cold and rainy today, and I feel it in my neck. So,
Laura Kirkville says, a long time. And this times, it won't happen again.
see to it, young lady.
Oh, thank you, Brenda Bogman. Big chat with Scott.
But you just super chatted us. Thank you so much.
Jordan usually says, so we discussed the color. As subtle as it would be, what else would you change?
See, right now, I'm going through a bunch of design options for the masks that are in front of me. So, that's where my focus is right now.
Andy Iris says, your blood rusting was a hit for a coworker's photo shoot. As usual, my girlfriend referred to me as creepy when I made it.
Hooray.
Helen Wright says, the Harbor Freight ceramic knives are on clearance. Grab them while you can.
What? I gotta buy 50 of those things. Alexa, add Harbor Freight ceramic knives to my shopping list.
I added Harbor Freight ceramic knives to your shopping list.
I wonder if I could buy all of them.
This might answer your question.
And then-
Wonder is publicly traded on the Osaka Securities Exchange.
Alexa, stop helping. If I could buy all of them, and then I could just sell them on Stillbeats.
Yeah. Bonnie Geek says, oh, I bought an airport walkthrough metal detector at state auction for $5.
That's great.
That's pretty cool. Mitch Galloway says, hey guys, what's up? I just tuned in. What are y'all working on tonight?
We are making masks. I'm modifying masks, like I'm modifying this devil mask here that I got from Volmert. And we're going to make it into something else. And then I'm going to give it away to a Patreon subscriber. A patron on
A patron?
What do we call them?
They're patrons on Patreon.
They're patrons on Patreon.
Yeah.
There is a lot of chemicals
There's
over
a
here
lot of
right now.
chemicals, yeah. Edson Juice says, geez, if there's only a stamp that you could use to mark your masks.
That I sculpt. Yes.
Jennifer Pugh says, no, AliXA.
I'm helping.
Scott Colehart, thank you so much for linking our Still Be Studios merch.
Mercury.
Jordan Newsom says, it might be nice to have a mask that looks like the one from the comic book with large eyes and a massive toothy grin. Like Victoria says, yes, I got the first whiplash.
Yeah.
Body Geek says, Patreonians.
Patronites. Patronizers. Patronizers. Yeah.
Oh, you got a very firm finger waggle from Alex, who was expecting you back at her today.
Oh, was there something she wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah, mask stuff.
Oh, well, aha!
Looks so nice.
I worked through lunch and I got there
Early.
stupid early.
Yeah. Jordan Easel says, have you seen the Mask comics?
No, I've not. I think I saw the first one like when they first came out, but not lately.
Many moons long ago. Jordan says they're more violent than the Jim Carrey movie.
Hallelujah.
Tina Bowden says, I thought of your spider build last night at Walgreens. They have pantyhose on clearance. I got the 4-pack for 89 cents.
Nice. Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Were you excited about the sale, the spider project, or pantyhose? Because Hallie was very excited.
The sale, 89 cents for
Okay.
4-pack for a 4-pack. Oh, that's nice.
Enigma says, hey, Alan, is the armature that you're working on the best armature available on the market as far as full-size armatures go?
I like this is the Mosher Effects mask armature, David Mosher, Mosher Effects. So
Thank you, Brenda. Super chatted us another $10 since ALEXA. Order Brenda a coffee.
hooray.
Hey, Rue. Rue Newman says, hey, everyone.
Roo!
We miss you, buddy. You're missing out on chili. Not to make you feel bad.
Yeah. Shannon made delicious chili. And she brought over Pepsi AC so we could have some.
Tina Bowden says, sale. Andy Irish says, I had to promise my girlfriend I wouldn't attempt the spider bill.
So when they say sale in the song, sale,
Yeah.
are they talking about SAIL or SALE?
SAI.
Because if I had a business that had like a Thanksgiving Black Friday sale,
Yeah.
I would totally use that song.
Cat Swift says, that spider was frightening. The only video I could not watch.
Really?
I could sit next to it. I don't like it.
He no likey the spider.
It's as big as me.
It is as big as you.
I don't like it.
Jordan Easel says, how would you change the mask's dormant wooden form?
I always thought the Loki mask looked a little boring.
Yeah.
I would probably do a little more not work on it. I might do okay. So my favorite's a strong word. And Lord of the Rings messed me up on his name. It's the squirrel that chews on the tree of life. And it's like Radagast? Ratatasker?
I think it's Ratatasker.
Or
I will look.
But I would mix that with Radagast
Yeah.
from Lord of the Rings. So it's a squirrel that I would carve the tree of life into it, and I would include the squirrel chewing on the roots. Maybe Nidhogg is involved. There's one that chases the squirrel.
Ratatasker, yeah.
Ratatasker.
Ratatosk.
Okay. Does Yo have those two dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Dan Tattooer says, Alan, do you have a P.O. box? I'm almost done making something for you.
I have an address.
And it's on the website?
Message me and I'll send you. It's the Stilpy Studios address. That comes to the shop, not the house, but that's fine. What am I talking about?
The squirrel and the mask for the Loki mask for the mask.
I think I was done talking about that.
Okay. Bruce says, that'd be perfect in this weather. Yeah, it was the perfect chilly weather. Mom says we had chilly tonight too.
It's good chilly weather.
Jennifer Pugh says, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who didn't like the spider. Christian Ty Edwards says, hey, creepers, how's Halloween? What are we working on tonight?
I'm making 2 masks that we will give away, and we'll probably give them away here in like 20 minutes. So 2 of the masks will not be finished. The other 2 are ones that I made last week on a live. Last week?
Yeah.
Last week on a live. And now I need a...
And Halloween was wild.
Halloween was pretty insane. Working a haunted house, you have a lot.
Cat Swift says, "Who's lurking there in the background with you, Stacey?" This is Hallie.
Hallie, who is here every now and then, she's been pretty intermittent, but she may be here more often.
She worked with us at Dark Hour this season at last, and was instrumental in running our makeup department. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the David Mosher sculpting form link. Body Geek says the spider scene in Dark Hour was awesome.
Hooray.
Scott Colehart, thank you for the link to our email. Yeah, I didn't realize that we'd put in that new spider above the like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I was trying to direct an actress out of of our area, she was like, "I can't go that way. There's spiders." And I was like, "Well, not till you round the corner." And she was like, "I'm just gonna go back through the Wendigo area." And I was like, "Okay, but this is a really direct route." And then I went through and I was like, "Oh, I guess that's what she meant."
I can't go that way. There's spiders.
Masato K says, "Hey guys."
Hey, what's that okay?
Cat Swift says, "Wasn't she there making a mask a while ago?" Hallie?
I think I'm thinking of Allie.
You might be thinking of Allie, who is also
Tiny and
short
adorable.
and tiny. Yeah.
My hair's green.
That's true.
People change their hair color so often now.
Ken Zarif says, "I thought the spider was amazing, even though I'm an arachnophobia."
Your hair color means nothing.
Well, it's going to stay this way, at least until
For the conceivable future.
the.
I need to pick a new color. I think I'm bored with the rose gold. I'm ready to do something else. I don't know if I'm going to go back to purple or pick something new.
Purple looks pretty.
John Sheffield says, "Hey all."
Hello, John.
Cat Swift says, "Oops, sorry." That's all right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for Starbucks.
Nice.
I can speak arrow. My hair's green.
Enigma says, "Alan, I found a technique I think you'll like. Get a glove, put cupcake sprinkles inside the finger, cut it off and tie the end, and it makes a fast pour texture tool for water clay sculpting."
Cool. That sounds fun.
What kind of cupcake sprinkles? Are we talking like nonpareils? Are we talking like jimmies?
I think Jimmy's.
Yeah?
Jimmy's are what I think of when you say cupcake sprinkles. Because nonpareils like have their own name.
Right, but like if you're going for pour texture. I don't know. I'm curious. Ron Shep says, "Stacey, you should go still feast green."
Yes.
I don't know, man. Neon green, that's kind of hard to maintain.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed, but it's only hair. It grows back. Grip says, "Good evening."
Good evening.
Better eye.
Hello, sir. Good to have you with us.
Enigma says, "The mini Tic Tac looking cupcake sprinkles." All right, yes, like Jimmy's.
I think I had an
There's Jimmy's, chocolate Jimmy's, and rainbow Jimmy's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what regular Jimmy's are, because all I've ever seen is rainbow.
Rainbow Jimmy's.
I guess you
Or
could get
chocolate.
like one color Jimmy's.
Yeah, solo color.
Green Jimmy's.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going to the Forrest Gump's friend. You
White
can get green Jimmy's, you can get red Jimmy's, you can get orange Jimmy's.
Jimmy's.
You can get
blue
yellow
Jordan Eason says, your spider's eyes kind of remind me of jumping spiders. Those are much scarier because they can actually leap at you."
Yeah, but they're normally tiny.
Body Geek says, "Sprinkle sounds like a clown mask." Blind Cook Thor says, "Clown taxes."
Here they come.
Sunny Moore Lawrence says, "Do you think it's true that the mask from the first Halloween movie was a Captain Kirk mask?" William Shatner.
That's not a rumor, it's not a myth. I know it is true. It was a Don Post Captain Kirk mask.
Jordan Eason says, "It's hard to fear something you can outrun." So yeah, definitely spiders are worse. Yeah, the wolf spiders are gigantic. Scott Colehart says, like, share, and subscribe. Unless you're a werewolf. And then like and subscribe.
I was waiting for Ezekiel to comment and say, when are you going to make the giant one? Because Australia.
Yeah, because Australia. Here you go, Ezekiel. We made you a small spider. Caterpillar says, tiny or large, does not matter. They're still spiders. Big Dan Tattooer says, did you name the Black Widow yet?
No, I did not.
Ross Richard says, Jimmy John. You can get Jimmy Buffet, you can get Jimmy Kimmel.
Probably, if we named the Black Widow, it would be named Wanda the Black Widow.
Wanda. You can screw your universe up.
What's that from?
From the Marvel comic.
Oh, got it. That Wanda.
Oh, pretty good. What did you do? Oh. Brendan Bond wants to send us $5. I hear Lyric say, how many colors do cupcake chimneys come in?
Alexa, how many colors do cupcake sprinkles come in?
Here's something I found on the web. According to wiseajeep.com, crystallized sugar sprinkles for cupcakes are translucent, jewel-like, and sold in vivid colors like red and green, as well as many different pastel shades. Was that helpful?
A little bit. That was the bare minimum of helpful. I did forget about pastels.
1980 says, in Halloween 2, the mask was reworked
Here's
because it was
something I
kept
found on
terrible.
the web. According to shoes.com,
Alexa, stop. What's that now?
In Halloween 2, the mask was reworked because it was kept in terrible conditions. Andy Iyer says, after I saw your spider video, I watched another spider build by Wicked Makers. My girlfriend about killed me.
So the man who modified the Captain Kirk mask to turn it into the Michael Myers mask spray painted it.
Yep.
And the spray paint, it wasn't kept in bad conditions. Spray paint eats latex. That's why you can't spray paint balloons. They pop immediately.
June Ritchie says, oh, everyone needs a tiny spider. Jennifer Pugh says, my daughter and I were taking our 12-foot skeleton down earlier, and a spider fell out of a hole right next to my face. I was holding the skelly, so I just had to blow at it and endure the terror. Yeah, this is me while I'm driving, and a teeny tiny spider falls out from behind my mirror,
Yeah.
sunshade thing. And I'm like, okay, then we're just driving. It's fine. We're not gonna die. It's fine. Without a patient, all spiders get groomed to the outdoors. Brenda Bottom's cracking up.
I normally just leave them alone. I figured they got spider stuff to do.
Jordan Easel says, what do mind flayers look like? A show called The Troop depicts them as shrouded figures riding on flying jellyfishes.
Well, they might not be wrong. They often wear hoods and shrouds. You can also use the term illithid in order to look them up. Mind flayers and illithids. I think mind flayer was a copyrighted term, and they had to drop it for the more generic illithid. And but illithids kind of have squid faces. They have tentacles under their nose, and they don't have a. It's like the bottom of a squid is the bottom of their face, and sometimes they have like the mantle of the squid is depicted. I prefer round-headed illithids. One day you'll find them. Round-headed illithids.
Ross Richard says, Halloween 5 mask was a mask of Greg Nicotero.
Yes.
Gray Hawkins says, hello.
Hello, Gray. I heard that you had fun at Dark Hour. It was great to see you. I was busy. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you much more.
1980 says, found out I'm a sleepwalker. I dreamt the Scrabble game tiles were cereal. Now my next poop could spell disaster.
But it would only be worth like 12 points.
Oh my god, Mom. Within the categories for such a number of names, shapes, and sizes. Hundreds and thousands, nonpareils, sanding sugars, jimmies, draggies, and pearl sugar.
Wait, hold on. Now,
Thanks, Mom.
are not nonpareils? They are the teardrop-shaped chocolate
That have
with
the
the
little tiny.
white things on
But
them.
they're also the little tiny sprinkles.
So just the little white things on it is
Just nonpareils.
nonpareils.
I believe so.
Okay.
Rude. Good messing with you, Gray.
What did 1980? Oh, did he spell disaster?
Yeah. Gray says, I loved it. I get why people love haunted houses now.
As you should. Wait, aren't you like 1 year away from working for me? 2 years away from working for me?
16.
Okay.
A year and a half.
Get older faster, Gray.
Big Dog says, did a spider-themed home haunt a few years ago. Had egg sacs hanging from trees and had a 12-foot spider as a centerpiece in a 30-foot web. We rented a cotton candy machine to hand out egg sacs.
Oh, God.
Great.
Gray says, yep, 20 months.
Okay. Who's counting?
Who's counting? Not that we're counting.
Did she like Annabelle?
Gray, did you like Annabelle's?
What's gonna be
gone.
She came in Saturday.
Ah, so whatever. I was in there.
There you go.
Ah.
1980 says, oh no, I used to have cats. No way I'm eating any chocolates with white sprinkles. Fool me once. Big Dan Tattooer says they almost used a Don Post Emmett Kelly mask for Myers. They bought 4 masks and used Kirk.
So, on Latex Mask Central, which is a Facebook group that I moderate, one of the entry questions is what actor's likeness did they use for the Michael Myers mask? And of course, the answer is William Shatner, but it's multiple choice. And my favorite answer that people pick is Don Knotts. So one day, I'm going to make a Don Knotts mask that's Michael Myers.
Gray, I asked if you liked the smaller side haunt, Annabelle's.
Oh, not that lady, and it was crazy.
Phil Ellis says the best reactions to her haunted driveway was the terror tubby. She put some work in on the costume, came out so cool.
Nice. I love that. I love that.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, hey all.
That was the Terror Tubby mask that was made
I
here.
recall, yeah. It's a monster can.
Monster can.
I think the next time you do an airbrush lab, I want to sign Gray up.
Okay.
Let her come out and learn how to do the airbrushing thing. She's excited about joining the makeup team.
Sick. That'd be so much fun.
Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, I'm late. I'm here now.
Well, we're glad to have you. Won't even yell at you for being late.
Thank you, Brenda Bodman, for super chatting us $5. Says AliXA, what's your favorite color and how do you know it's your favorite?
Alexa, what's your favorite color?
I like ultraviolet. It glows with everything.
Glows with everything.
1980 says Don Knotts could easily be a Haunted Mansion head bust.
Yes.
Gray says, honestly, I may have liked the smaller one better.
Good. Correct answer.
Would you black stick me? Thanks.
Played a very sultry character outside, and I had a lot of swing in my hips. And now my hips are very angry at me. Farmer Reader. Jake says that yawn needs more lasers and pyro.
Of course.
Does indeed.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, Jake.
His Native Cherokee 70 says, I'm happy you liked my Burning Man art. Thanks for the comments.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Was talking with Jake about expansion possibilities and people who we know in the business who make props and stuff. Grace says, I like the actress who asked, I want to play a game. So I was like, sure, play TikTok. No, tic-tac-toe. There you go. You have to do people, okay?
Yeah.
Rue says, so would have thrown that glue stick at him. Well, he didn't say throw it at him. He said, will you glue stick me? If he'd said, will you throw me a black glue stick, I absolutely would have thrown it at him. Because you're not going to tell me twice.
Right. That comes from a conversation we had in the shop where guys tend to prefer to things, if they say throw me something, they really want it thrown at them, and they're disappointed if you just hand it to them.
And listen, the last thing I want to be is a disappointment. In at least this arena of my life. Big Dan Tattooer says, I watched a new video of the guy who originally altered the mask and redid it with a Trick or Treat Studios Kurt. Funny, 2 colors of spray paint. Must have been easy on their budget.
They didn't have a budget. Go to phone.
Body Geek says, Jake, I thought you stuck a water feature scare in my room someday. 1980 says, is the Freddy Krueger mask technically Burning Man art?
Kind of.
Ish. Helen Wright says, custom color your sprinkles, so endless possibilities, and nonpareils are the little balls. I ran out of time to decorate cookies this year to go with candy. They got chocolate dipped jumbo. Oh, she said ran out of characters, so pick your own ending. They got chocolate dipped jumbo something. TJ Riley says, my ALEXA has been activated 3 times now. I have ceramic knives added to my shopping list.
That means you're doing life right.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, anybody wants to see what I'm talking about? It's on my channel. Nothing to do with Freddy.
I would say it's Freddy-esque, because it's a man who's burned.
Jordan Diesel says, movie title, what do you think of it? Knox Time More or just Time More? The antagonist is a decrepit mannequin with no legs. It's a psychological thriller story.
Knox Time Lord. Fine. That's final answer.
Cat Swift says they want it thrown until they don't catch it, then it's your fault. Now, listen, I have now officially ceded any responsibility for the catching. Now the running joke is to see if I can hit him with it.
Which is possible.
Thank you. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says true, but man's soul is burning. Yeah, I've managed to nail him in the chest with some paintbrushes. It's been nice.
Like daggers.
Yeet. Big Dan Tattooer says, have you watched the new Chucky show? It's getting good. I wasn't a fan of all the movies.
I have not even seen all the movies. Yes, it's a new Chucky TV show that is happening.
Okay.
What were you hatcheting today that you injured your finger?
I wanted to build my wife a fire for when she got home.
Aww.
So she got home to a fire.
And the hatching was overly
I
aggressive.
was hatcheting up some wood to make kindling.
Uh-huh. Jordan says, actually, that's the name and premise of a horror game.
Oh. Then don't steal that.
Christian Tideward says, love the new Chucky show. Highly recommend. Jake says, no Jennifer Tilly, no deal.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a huge Jennifer Tilly fan at this point.
Tanzari says, I missed episode 3 and 4. Jake says, bring back Ash vs. Evil Dead. That was good.
I feel like Jennifer Tilly does a lot of selling of things I don't want to buy. Mostly it's Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
But
You know what I love Jennifer Tilly in? The Haunted Mansion movie.
Yes. Oh my
Where she
god.
plays Madame Leota.
she in that? Was
Yeah,
she good?
she's the head in the ball, and it's great.
Love that movie.
The movie's not great. It's fun, but it's not great.
I enjoyed it.
Jake says, what we do in the shadows is double thumbs up. Absolutely. Christian Tideward says, Jennifer Tilly is on her way, so is Fiona Dourif. Big Dan Tattooer says Jennifer Tilly will be in it. Riot Demon says hello.
It's a riot demon!
Riot!
Throw back a bottle of beer! It's a riot demon!
Riot!
Run from through cold black hair. I'm cutting up some EVA foam to add to one of these mass tattoos.
1980 says, I built my wife a fire before she came home. I'm not allowed to make mac and cheese unsupervised now.
Yeah.
Christian Tideward says, and I agree with what we do in the shadows. Great A. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Ms. Native Cherokee says, yes, that was good. Grey House Ponce says, hello. Hello. Masato okay says, what we do in the shadows is wicked awesome, the movie and the series. I'm behind on season 3.
Okay, no spoilers, please.
Because haunt season. As it turns out, many of my evenings to stay home and watch TV were occupied. Can we flip it back around?
Back to Pip. Oh, yeah.
But first,
That'll probably be fine. That's
and then we go. And voila. Masato okay says, I'm trying to stretch season 3 so season 4 isn't so far away. I'd like to tell myself that's what's happening.
So, I'm going to admit in front of God and everybody that I like to watch supernatural teen drama shows.
Okay.
Like, there was one that I would like, The Order is like werewolves in college and the witches and stuff. And I liked that.
It's like the Vampire Diaries spinoff or whatever.
Legacies is like, I think it's a Vampire Diaries spinoff, which I've never watched that show. It doesn't even look like it's good to me, but Legacies I enjoy. And season 3 has come out of that. So I have watched one half of one episode of that.
Nice.
They also all kind of blend together, so I did have to watch the last episode of that last season.
All right. So Riot Demon says, are the masks you're making right now the giveaways?
Yes. Yes, I have 2 others that I previously made last week, and these 2 are going to be given away also.
Jennifer Pugh says, so what's Ozbot up to these days?
Ozbot is having some problems,
Doing him a struggle.
and I haven't had time to really, like, I'm on bare minimum tech right now. That is how I'm rolling.
Michelle Schulte says, I can't even start to watch a show. I fall asleep right away. Mass Slasher says, hello, everyone.
Hello, masked slasher.
There's many emojis happening. Bonnie Geek says, Alan's a Twilight fan? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yes, I am a Twilight fan.
I've never seen the movie before.
I am a Twilight fan because anything that brings people to spookiness, to monsters, to vampires and werewolves, I'm good with. I have learned that over time. I used to be real stingy in what I liked, not anymore.
You said that with a straight face, too.
What?
I used to be real stingy when I liked, not anymore.
No.
Jordan Diesel says, Ghostface's mask and outfit has a scarecrow variation. When was that made?
Probably in the early 2000s or late 90s. But there's so many variations of that mask by Fun World because Fun World loves the money and loves to get things made in China.
Masato K says, yeah, there. Did you watch the new Sabrina or Charmed?
I watched some of the new Sabrina. I have not watched the new Charmed.
Designated Cherokee 70 says, I love Legacies.
Yeah, I like the Legacy show. It's kind of fun.
Brenda Bodwin says, The Originals.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Designated Cherokee 70 says, all the off branches of that show. 1980 says, Sabrina's coming to Riverdale. Big Dan Tattooer says, Alan, please tell me you never watched Twilight.
I actually rewatched I haven't seen the last movie, but yes, of course I watched it. It's vampire and werewolf stuff. Why wouldn't I watch vampire and werewolf stuff?
Time stamped that. Thank you.
I have to know what people's relationship with horror is, even if they don't necessarily like horror.
Christina Mente says, hey, creeps, it's been a while.
Oh, Christina, it has been a while.
Masato K says, I started rewatching Buffy and I forgot the first season was a bit to get through. Yeah.
You know what? I only watched the first season. I haven't watched all the others.
It does get pretty good.
I liked the Were Hyenas.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was like
Yes.
episode 2 or 3. I'm like, well, the show, it has some potential.
Salty Dan says hi.
Hello, Salty Dan.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, well, the originals is the first one.
Oh, okay. The
Nice.
first spinoff?
1980 says, Vamp Diaries should have ended with Sam and Dean coming to town.
Yeah.
Gray says, Tony says, yes.
Now,
The reason that's funny.
if you say that your favorite werewolf movie is Twilight, then I have an issue.
Brenda Bodwin is throwing up over Twilight. Farmerita Jake says, right.
It's true. It's true.
Ron Shep says, vampires don't sparkle. Brenda Bodwin says, I love the originals. Trisha Hogarty says, what about Grimm? I used to watch that show.
I have seen some of Grimm. I don't know if I've seen every episode, but I think me and the wife watched 4 seasons or so back when I watched more TV.
Big Dan Tattooer says, vampires should not sparkle. Cat Swift says, no. Trying to explain it sort of makes it worse. Farmerita says, he watched Twilight because it's a vampire and werewolf stuff. Sounds like we're going to get him to watch What We Do in the Shadows. Yes.
I have watched What We Do in the Shadows. I've watched that.
Barbara Jake says, can't wait till he gets to the orgy episode.
Of what?
Of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Well, for what it's worth, it doesn't go off. Tina Bodwin says, I loved Grimm until the last year. Mass Slasher says, I've been wanting to watch the new movie Antlers, but I haven't got around to it. Anyone see it yet? My son went to go see it. He said it was really good. Christina Mente says, hey, on, I've got some amazing news. I got to work in my first haunt this season.
Awesome. What haunt was that?
Body Geek says, oh, I was wondering about the time card I'm working on. When I apparently posted it in chat. I thought you were time stamping his confession of watching Twilight. Andy Iyer says, I watched most of MILFs versus Zombies last week. Oh, Lord.
If you can get through Platypossum, let me know.
Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, I 100% agree, Alan. It has to have all types of creatures. Werewolves, vampires, and a wonderful mix.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Measuring is for sissies. Smart people. Down with the ship.
Jake says, Gizmo, where are the dildos?
I don't want to understand that. Those are one of those jokes. Please don't explain that to me.
Oh. Jordan Easel says, have you seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Frankenstein's monster or the Wolfman should have been in the movie.
And so should Tarzan. Like, Tarzan should have been in there, too.
Big Dan Tattooer says, to get this back to normal monster talk, all the Universal Studios monster movies are on Peacock.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes Peacock worth it.
Body Geek says, I've watched stuff I would not normally watch for set design ideas.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
Andy Iyer says, I only made 10 minutes of Dead and Breakfast.
Like the latest Mummy Scorpion King movie. Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, there's a sequel to the Scorpion King, which is a spinoff of the sequel
From
of the Mummy.
Yeah.
The third sequel.
The prequel.
Yes. Book of something.
Book of something.
It doesn't have anything.
For sure. Something.
Yeah, exactly. My oldest stepdaughter is named after that movie. Evelyn.
Nice.
But a lot cooler if her name was Scorpion King.
Yeah. I think she thinks so too. But... Big Dan Tattooer says, I'd rather watch the Vikings versus Prophets again instead of any Twilight.
I did watch Vikings versus Krampus. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
I annually hate watch Twilight. Like, I enjoy just liking that movie. Like, it's so bad. If you've seen there's a rip tracks that they made for it,
Yeah.
that probably the funniest thing I've seen in video mocking movie stuff is because there's so much in that movie where they're just staring at each other And every time they'd just be staring at each other, the voiceover host would go, line, line, line.
I think the last one that I saw, like they were like on an island or something, owned by like his vampire uncle.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I forget.
Yeah. Right, the Scorpion King is a middle name. Yeah. Evelyn the Scorpion King of Hawkins. JJ Senpai says, you ever watched a horror movie series called Basket Case? The creature and designs in the last two are really cool.
Belial is the main villain in that. Yes, I've seen Basket Case. I've only seen up to like part 4 though.
Masato Page says, if you ever want to watch a beautifully shot movie, I recommend The Fall. The director Tarsem almost did The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Almost did it?
Mass Slasher says, have you watched the new Creep Show? Episodes are hit and miss, but overall I found some of it enjoyable. I've watched some of the
new Creep Show, yes.
Jordan Easel says, in your opinion, is Mr. Hyde best depicted as just a split personality or a deformed mutant?
I like for him to be bestial and deformed.
Andy Iyer says, tried to get my girlfriend to watch Cooties 2 nights. Cootie, or is it Cooties 2 nights ago? Or is there a second Cooties movie?
I don't. Is there a first Cooties movie?
I guess.
When in doubt, go Cooties.
Is it like when Gremlins came out, they had to come up with something similar?
Well, there was Gremlins, there was Critters,
Yeah.
there was Ghoulies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Cooties in that vein?
I don't know the summer. Watch The Road with Viggo Mortensen. Just a happy, feel-good movie about surviving in the apocalypse and avoiding cannibals.
Nice. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, how like the Isabella creepy doll? I made my own take of her, named her Bella, her ugly smaller sister. Her head turns with a stick inside her back.
Neat. I like sticks and backs, eh?
Ken Zarif says, I loved Critters, but only the first movie. Brenda Bodman says, Gremlins are the best funny creature ever created. Did you see they're releasing a Gremlins Monster High doll?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
No, I did not see that.
I'm actually kind of excited about
Because
that.
I am an adult and a man. So I only know about action figures. I can tell you what wave the Masters of the Universe Origins are on.
Yeah. Jennifer Pugh says that mask looks like it's going to be intense.
Yes. Yes, it'll be fun. It'll look like it's going really fast.
Oh, I remember seeing that one mask.
I did one with the flower mask.
The Dryad mask.
Yeah.
No.
Body Geek says, I've thought about creating a gorilla-based monster and calling it a Gordemon. Gordemon.
Cool.
Andy Iyer says, Sci-Fi's Day of the Dead seems promising. Blue Fairy says, I can't watch The Road. The book in my imagination was not for me. Big Dan Tattooer says, there's an independent Jason versus Myers mask on YouTube, and it's really good.
Okay.
Jennifer Pugh says, I'm going to drop off. Good night, all. Good night.
Good night, Jennifer.
Jordan says, how would you achieve an on-command Hyde transformation? I just rig up a ton of prosthetic air bladders.
Nah. I would do it the same way that John Barrymore did it, who was Drew Barrymore's grandfather. And he played Jekyll and Hyde in the 1912 silent movie. And they used a red-blue lighting effect. I have a red-blue lighting effect video on my YouTube channel. But basically, in blue light, blue makeup disappears. You don't see it. So you do one makeup in red and you do one makeup in blue on the same actor. So then in red light, the angry face shows up, and then in blue light, the peaceful face shows up.
Brenda Bodwin says, Gremlins are not scary at all. They're hilarious, like Freddy Krueger.
I think they're meant to be that way. Like, yes. I don't think they were going for scary.
Bobby Baranchek says, love the mask.
Thank you, Bobby. As soon as you put your antagonist in a Barbie RC car, you've given up the rights to scary.
Big Dan Tattooer says independent Jason versus Virus movie.
If I recall, it's just like a 22-minute fight scene, right? Which I did enjoy.
Thank you, Scott Kolar, for sharing the red and blue effect video. He's quick on the draw. With Native Cherokee 70 for Freddie McFadden.
He definitely became a joke in the second movie.
Is that the one where the dog pees fire to bring it back? Or was that
I think that was part 3. The second one was the one that had so many, like, hardcore gay overtones.
Yeah. Mass Flasher says, Ghoulies always reminded me of my childhood. I still remember sitting Indian style on the floor eating cookies and being mind blown by the monsters at that time.
Yeah.
Because the box had the video case.
The one, the toilet.
Yeah, had the one popping out of the toilet. My mom wouldn't let me rent it.
She's on here. We can call her out now.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, no, they were very anti me watching horror movies. See how well that worked out.
How'd that work out? Yeah, exactly.
Big Dan Tattooer says, yeah, a fight, I guess a fight scene after they killed the army guys.
Now, Ghoulies. I did not enjoy Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College,
Mm-hmm.
As much as you might think. A little bit, I think the quality fell off. Just going to say it.
Brenda Bodwin says, ooh, like back in the Max Factor packed green makeup days. That made people look perfect on film.
Yeah.
Mass says, then I seen Pumpkinhead, and that changed monsters for me personally for a lifetime. JJ Senpai says, once I saw Freddy reference in the Nintendo Power Glove, I was like, oh, he is adorable. Body Geek says, my sister walked out of her house in California to see them filming a Nightmare on Elm Street scene at 1 in the morning on the street.
Freddy was very scary in the first one. And you never really saw him. You saw him in shadow only. And then in the second one, he just became this bright light, one-liner cracking guy. And that sort of set the tone for the rest of the series, which was so 80s and crazy.
Brian James says, Pumpkinhead looks so cool. Cobweb says, black clay is in the oven.
Hooray.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, this video keeps looping back 3 seconds. That's weird. My end or y'all's?
That's you. It's all you, man. I don't know what you mean, man.
Jordan Easel says, so what about my method do you consider problematic? With lighting, the actor must always be on the right mark, otherwise the red-blue illusion falls flat.
That's not true at all. Light the whole dang set. They go all over the place. The red's on a dimmer, the blue's on a dimmer.
Andy Iyer says, I love the original Pumpkinhead.
And trying to hide air bladders on a face, extremely difficult to make it look natural. So what is wrong with your method? Your method would cost like $25,000. My method would cost
Less than that.
$80.
Big Dan Tattooer says, my favorite bad movie is Leprechaun in the Hood.
1 or 2?
Andy Iyer says, my boyfriend and I saw it in the theater and clapped when the guy was stabbed with a shotgun. For the original Pumpkinhead. Cat Swift says, yes, buffering for the first time in a couple of months. That might be us, the buffering. Just because we've got some weather happening.
It shouldn't be. We should be fine.
Big Dan Tattooer says, yeah, it's a little laggy tonight.
What does our broadcast quality say?
Unclear. No whammy, big money. No whammy, big money.
It stopped burning.
That's helpful. Body Geek says, I'm getting lag. Yeah, we're checking our settings, guys.
I should be fine. It says we have good stream quality. Okay.
Andy Iyer clarified it was his best friend, not his boyfriend.
We don't judge here, man. We don't judge. I judge. I judge like a champion. I'm a champion judger. But I do it privately to myself and amongst close friends.
Body Geek says the lag comes and goes.
But also, not for just being gay.
Friend of Bodman says all methods would cost me at least $25K because I have to go study art.
That's no longer enough to make it weird.
Andy Iris says mine's been buffering here and there. Big Dan Tattooer says there are 2 Leprechaun in the Hood movies.
Yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood too.
What?
Yeah.
Michelle Schulte said had to refresh a couple of times, lagging here some. This native Cherokee 70 says the interweb is mad about the temps dropping outside.
That is quite possible also.
Also, Alan, you don't have me next week.
Okay.
She gonna be gone.
Where you gonna be?
Going to Pittsburgh.
On purpose? What are you doing at the Savini school?
I'm not going to community school. Even though I thought about visiting, but
I told her she should ought to go take her work from Dark Hour this year and show it off.
hi, I'm doing something.
What you doing?
My best friend's getting married up there that I went to Sabini with.
I see.
Andy Iris says I figured it was on my end. Big Dog says I like a little chopping video here and there. Body Geek says yeah, I still have pants on. Damn winter leg weather. Jordan Easel says though prosthetics may be more costly, but you did say you prefer Hyde as a mutant.
No, I said bestial. I said bestial.
Ken Zarif says Alan or anyone like the movie Night of the Creeps?
I think I like Night of the Creeps.
I don't think I've seen Night of the Creeps.
The Night of the Creeps have Nathan Fillion in it.
I do love Nathan Fillion. Dan Ed Burton says so far my stream has been fine. Mass Slasher says is there a theme here for these or are you just creating as you go?
I'm just going nuts. I'm just having fun.
JJ Senpai says the weirdest one for me was when the leprechaun went to space.
Yeah, he did go to space.
Body Geek says struggling with his time card stuff.
I think he's trying to get work done while he's watching.
Uh-huh. Ms. Native Cherokee says it's not too cold here yet. 45 right now in my area of Virginia.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Brr. Jordan Easel says, so you prefer him as a second personality?
I prefer him as a separate being in the same body.
Gray says, I gotta go. I have to catch up with school from being sick. Feel better, Gray. I love you.
If you had the same personality, it would be a boring movie.
Big Dan Tattooer says the Friday the 13th lawsuit is settled, so there's new movies coming soon.
Hooray!
Thank you, Brenda Bodwin. She super chatted us $5. She says, ALEXA, who's your favorite fictional monster?
Alexa, who's your favorite monster?
I like the Kraken. Just don't ask me to release it.
Noted.
Okay. And a sweet 80s sword and sandal reference.
Yeah. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says all art should be fun. Andy Iron says the Hellraiser when they were in space sucked.
Your face should be fun.
Your mom should be fun.
Wait, was it Hellraiser in space, or are they talking about...
I definitely said Hellraiser.
There's a movie with Lawrence Fishburne, which is not a Hellraiser movie, but it's very Hellraiser-like.
Is it...
It gets a lot of praise.
Is it Event Horizon?
Event Horizon.
I love that movie.
It gets a lot of praise. I'm not as crazy about it as people who are crazy about it.
Where we're going, we don't need eyes. Wolves Den Creation says either my phone speaker is messed up or the sound is very low.
Yes.
Wolves Den Creation followed up with it's definitely my phone.
I'm pretty much I'm louder than anyone else in the room. And Stacy is here, so that's saying something. Because she is not quiet.
That's true. Ken Zarif says, I believe so. It had Anthony Atkins, though. Debbie Steyer says, enjoy your videos. I don't have a shop, but I can do some of the things you illustrate. Very creative. Thanks.
Thank you.
Debbie Steyer, you get a Beastman fist bump. Cobweb says, anytime a franchise goes to space, it's dead.
You know what? I think Jason went to space successfully. I feel like Jason did a good job in space.
Body Geek says, didn't the Amazon guy just go to space?
He did.
Body Geek says, sound is fine here. Caspif says, ALEXA tried to make a joke. Good night, Scott. Good night, Scott Colehart. Andy Iris said they built a satellite to trap Pinhead.
I don't remember that one.
Mike Thor says the sound is good on my end. Kalisha F says, good evening, creepers. Long time no live.
Hello, Kalisha. Yes, it has been a long. Well, I was live last week one day,
Briefly.
but in a general sense, you are correct. Has been a while. So the theme of that fourth mask is going to be, it'll be a jester.
Nice.
It'll be a jester.
Not
type
exactly
mask.
a clown.
Not a clown. Not a clown at all.
JJ Senpai says an idea for Hyde could be he's like a parasite that's slowly taking over someone's body.
Like Venom.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I have you on the 65-inch TV. Sounds great.
Hooray!
Police Chef says, well, no live for me.
Well, I'm sorry we missed you. And I should be a little more regular now that I put fiber in my diet.
Yep, I think your phone died.
Okay, so yeah, just swing that over here.
Oh. Police Chef says, not a clown or you'll pay the tax.
Right. Just as ain't clowns. They're
Jordan
clown.
Diesel says, I love jesters. What's the difference between fools and clowns?
Well, jesters are associated with a court, and clowns are associated with a circus. A jester is a position in a medieval or Renaissance court. And clowns are haunted house employees who never pay their own car insurance.
Andy Iris says, I want to say it was Zombie Hellraiser Bloodline.
See, I saw Bloodlines, and I liked the recent one that they did.
Big Dan Tattooer says, Michael Myers went to space for a few weeks ago with the Amazon guy's rocket. Well, it was William Shatner, but close enough.
Yes. Michael Myers' face went to space.
Jordan Easel says, clowns evolved from jesters. I like a jester clown. Am I gonna eat some chicken?
Yeah, and like jesters didn't have like performances where you went to see the jester. The jester's job was to keep the king from killing people by interjecting comedy into situations. They should have been very good at sensing tension and then setting an appropriate joke. By appropriate, I mean of the right type and nature for the time, in order to diffuse that tension.
Andy Iris says, not zombie, just Hellraiser Bloodline. Brandon Bodwin says, I saw pumpkins being carved with the power washers. Was that live?
I did do a live that way, yes.
Ken Zarish says, the Night of the Creeps, Alan Kaiser was in it as Brad. Kaiser? K-A-Y-S-E-R? Shoulder. Yeah, that was my shoulder pop. Yeah. Welcome to Nearly 40. Body Geek says, I would have made a great anti-jester. It was a great anti-jester in 1980. Sean Regal says, need a little more cheese there, Stacey. Listen, you measure cheese with your heart? And I'm a cheesy gal. His native Cherokee 70 says, just ask my hubby, who's your favorite horror monster? He laughed, would look at me and said, you. Jordan Easel says, does that mean I'm wrong? Jesters and clowns don't share a predecessor?
I don't think so. I think that your clowns are much more rooted in Italian theater, commedia dell'arte.
Big Dan Tattooer says, on the last mask conversion line, I like how you swerved the mask away from being a clown like you said you were going to do.
Yes. Well, it's a devil to begin with, so I'm just making the devil into a jester.
JJ Senpai says, not like Venom for Hyde, but more like the what happens to the character Jonesy in Stephen King's Dreamcatcher.
Okay.
Christine Salvati says, oh, hi! I need to get my notifications fixed. I keep missing the lives.
I'm sorry. When you have one finger that's cut, you can't hold things properly, so you're likely to cut your other fingers.
Mm-hmm.
To make Hallie cut these, but she only has the one eye.
Not one. Sorry.
Andy Iyer says, I just looked it up. It was Hellraiser Bloodlines.
Okay.
Brenda Bodwin says, dressers were strangely dressed comedians. They did tumbling and a little exaggerated dancing to make kings and queens laugh. It was very bad if they failed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the position evolved. It was that, yes. That was more of a medieval gesture.
Sounds more like stand-up than clowning.
Except for the tumbling.
Except for the tumbling. Andy Iyer says, although the final Hellraiser was pretty decent.
I liked it. Did not get a lot of love, but I liked it.
Jordan Diesel says, so you don't like clowns. What do you think of a court fool with face paint?
I think right now it's a clown. Like you can't get away from it. The public recognition of clown, it's too much.
Christian Ty Edwards says, as an actor who has studied clown, but can confirm the Italian one.
Yeah, I do a lot of acting teaching, and that's kind of part of it.
We have the comedian Bill Cart from Scarborough.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's at Tony's parents' house.
Why do you have that?
Because it was in Tim Shane's theater in downtown Dallas. And when it closed, he didn't have anywhere to put it.
Okay.
Cobweb says, jesters capered. As opposed to clowning, I guess. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, ouch, sometimes I cut my fingers with messing with sharp objects. Then I become a big baby.
I think I handle it well. I don't cry too much.
Jordan Easel says, so clowns and fools really do have nothing to do with each other?
I wouldn't say nothing. I mean, there comes a muddying of the water eventually. But generally, no.
Oh no. Lose your soul there.
A little bit.
She lost her soul a long time ago.
Not really.
Cat Swift. Tonga Cobweb says, saw a sign that says sawdust is band glitter. Thought about you. Big Dan Tattooer says, you ever notice in high school if you took woodworking shop class, the guy that goes over shop safety is always missing a couple of fingers?
Well,
Ours was.
he paid a heavy price to learn that lesson.
Christine Salmati says, we have one more haunt weekend and it's going to be 30 degrees. I found XL insulated men's coveralls at Goodwill. I'm trying to alter it to fit my 5-foot self. Oh lordy, what have I gotten into?
That sounds like an extreme temperature for haunting.
30 degrees. And
Janet Burton says, I love watching the videos when you're conducting acting classes.
Yeah, I don't get to do enough of those. I'm so busy in the moment, and frankly, someone's paying me for my time, but I don't get a chance to do it, to film it.
Brenda Bodwin says, Big Mike, aka Puddle's Pity Party, isn't scary. What a shame.
But he's not.
Supposed to be
He
scary.
doesn't want to be scary. He's a clown.
Sad clown.
Yeah.
Patricia Hogarty says, I think the position of jester should be reinstated. There's a lot of tension in the world.
I concur.
Cabo says, I use Bondo dust in a lot of projects. Andy
Bondo
Hunter
dust.
says, the Hellraiser Jihad miniseries in comics in the early 90s where the Cenobites fought the Nightbreed was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. You're right.
The Native Cherokee says, I have a neuro disorder, so cuts hurt bad for me. You seem tough.
I'm not that tough.
Edison Juice says, how long is it going to take to reset or take down the inside of Dark Hour? I've been busy the past 3 days.
Why would I take it down?
You own the building.
Yeah, we own the building. Dark Hour purchased the building that it's in, so we live there now. All your base are belong to us.
Moves it now for great justice. Christine Salvati says, this is our touch weekend, so we don't want to close even though it's cold. I guess in the final weekend of their show, they are allowed
They
to
get to touch me.
oh, absolutely not.
As a customer or as a actor?
Touching,
I don't
reaching out,
I don't
touching me, touching you. Jordan Diesel says, did you and Ed Edmonds ever work on a project together?
In a roundabout fashion, I designed something that he made for us at Dark Hour. But not like super direct.
Was it the tree?
I've not yet been there to sculpt something.
Maybe next time we go up for Monster Day.
Yeah, if I have extra time.
Yeah, in all of our massive spare time.
Bad time of year.
Yeah. Custom Corpses says, hey, I can't believe I caught you live. Hope you had a great Halloween, guys.
Hey, we did. I think we did. I had a very hard Halloween season
Yeah.
with the surgery and all that, but it's good. Turned out good. The business did well.
Ms. Dave Cherokee 70 says, pay and fun art. I'm almost done with a new art piece. I'll be paid too. It's a win-win. I did another video on that one too, but it's not creepy.
Ah,
Edson Juice says, I meant the setup, aka the paths, the giant props.
I don't change all of it every year for sure. Well, we're adding about 20% to the show. We're increasing the show size by 20%. So that will take up most of my time. And I've already started the planning of that. And others have already started prepping.
Christine Salvati says, the actors touch the customers who opt for glow necklaces. It's become everyone's favorite weekend for both customers and actors. As an actor, that would make me nervous.
I did a Zombie Manor, had a full contact weekend every now and then.
Yeah.
And I would go and do that. And I would just pick people up and I would throw them in a laundry cart.
God.
And I would just open up the door and I would just push them out. I'd just push them outside. Someone else would collect them. It was a good time. And I would always try to pick up the biggest person I could
Yeah.
who was not expecting it.
I was not expecting to be lifted.
Yeah, you get one reaction when you lift up a 5-foot girl, but if you lift up a 6-foot, 300-pound guy, he is concerned.
V. Hawker says, not tough, just dedicated.
And he takes a long time to get out of the laundry cart.
Body Geek says, I want to turn that big head sculpture for Dark Hour into a witch puppet for the Witch's Woods haunt.
Cool.
Custom Corpses says, what are you working on tonight?
I'm making some math. Like right now, it looks like I'm carving up some foam to make some headpieces here. These are going to be for a jester. I'm making a jester mask over there. And I'll probably do like a biomechanical skull mask.
Nice. Ben Hernandez says, "Hi, y'all. It's been a while.
Hey,
Just
Ben.
popped in to say thanks, Alan, for showing me how to create a robe, aka poncho, and a mannequin body for my prop. You are the MacGyver of pot builders."
Hooray! Very kind.
This native Cherokee 70 says, "I want to do more creepy art, but it's hard to sell around my area."
I would imagine it is. I would imagine it's kind of hard to sell anyway.
By the way, an hour ago, you promised in 20 minutes you'd do the giveaway thing.
Stacy,
Yep. We're on it.
to the bat computer,
To the back computer.
and we can do the giveaway. I forget stuff.
Brenda Bodman, thank you for chatting us $5. Alien excited. Read the words to Sweet Caroline, changing the first letter of every word to J.
Let's see if she'll do that. Alexa, read the words to Sweet Caroline, changing the first letter of every word to J.
I couldn't find the words to Sweet Caroline, changing the first letter of every word to J.
Thanks. We tried.
You are so very welcome.
Literally didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know where you were
I
going.
don't know where I was going.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Are we?
For the first mask,
We're uncambered.
we are
Spin the camera
It's
around.
not on. Ta-da. All right. So, which one do you want to give away first?
Let us give away Hemi the Maniac.
Maniac. Hey, let me.
So this mask here is the one we're going to give away right now. And this Maniac mask was the same sculpt as this Devil mask.
All right. So tell them what we're giving away for
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yes.
So who is winning?
It is
this mask?
these are Patreon supporters who have a chance to win.
All right. So our first winner is number 35. We have a random number generator, so I pulled up our Patreon supporter list. Number 35 is our first winner
Yeah?
for the Maniac mask. Let's see who that is.
So, okay.
Number 35 on our Patreon supporter list is John Biggins.
John Biggins. John Biggins just won him a mask.
And that's the Maniac.
Yes, Maniac.
All right.
Now we will do the King of the Dead.
King of the Dead. There may not be blue to this head. Hold, please.
It's I don't think it's blue.
Only a little bit. Okay. Just a very snug fit. There we go. King of the Dead.
Oh, you're handing that to me.
Handing it to him.
Okay. This is the King of the Dead man.
Ooh, ah. For our second Patreon supporter, number 92, which is
Can we hold them?
Yes. 92.
92, which is
But their name starts with
Susan Mays.
Susan Mays. Susan Mays, you've won a mask.
You want to wait until these are finished?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and do them now.
Let's do them now. Let's give them away before they're even done. If the person is watching, they could even give me input.
All right. Our third winner is number 21.
Hold on. Do you know what mask it is? Biomechanical.
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 The Biomech is number 21.
21. Their name probably starts with a C.
It's not in alphabetical order, actually.
Oh, how did you do this?
I pulled the list of Patreon patrons from Patreon, and it presents them in random order? Question.
Great. Okay. I
Um,
still think their name's gonna start with a C.
21. 21 is Patrick Wheelock.
I was wrong. Patrick, you have won a mask. This is so fun to say they won masks.
All right. And the final one is
mask
the court jester.
Let's just call him a jester.
Jester.
I don't think he's a court jester.
Just a jester.
I think he's a rando, like independent, doing his own thing kind of jester.
All right. For the final Patreon mask giveaway, number 120. And that is Mrs. CB.
Mrs. CB, you have won a mask.
All right. I don't know that she's joining us live tonight, but
I have seen her on lives before.
yes, previously.
Every now and then we get a Patreon supporter. I'm like, I have no idea who that is,
All right.
but they're very nice.
So there we go.
A lot of times I know them through YouTube comments
Uh-huh.
or through, of course, live videos.
So there we go. Congratulations to the list of names of people here. We got John Biggins, Susan May, Patrick Wheelock, and Mrs. CB. The C and Patrick is silent.
The K just makes the same noise.
And we're back. Okay.
Do we have an oven somewhere?
Yes. Right next to you. Behind you. On your left. All right.
Put it on your left.
Oh, yes, it's talking. Let's see. Now we're going back over the comments to find where we left off. Well, talking about Cousin Corpses says I'll be working on my final Michael Myers mask over the next few months. Halloween 2, 1981. But after that, I plan on doing some scarecrow and zombie masks.
Cool.
Big Dan Tattooer says I'm trying to make something like a leather splitter to remove the diamond plate off the foam mask.
You can use a planer. You can use a planer.
Tina Bodrin says having touch would make me nervous as an actor as well. But one year I went through with random groups and the actors would grab me and I would play along. It was hilarious. Alicia F says, oh man, this named Cherokee 70 since you tried. Alicia F says, super cool. Andy R says, hello, China Cobwebs. Named Cherokee says, cool. Helen Wright says, I learned so many ALEXA commands in the lives. Brenda Bond says, wow, that's amazing. Too bad I don't do Patreon. Kalisha F says, how's the Fluffy Creeper gang? Jones and the Pup Trio.
They're good. They're good.
Brenda Bond says, congratulations, John. Miss Nana Cherokee 70 says, the pool mask we made last week. Brenda Bond says, oh, I love that one. Good Jeff says, that would be awesome.
Which one, Brenda? Which one did you love?
Kalisha F says, there's a C sound. We're so close. Jordan Eason says, which one is the jester? The one closest to the camera, the skull with the backward spikes?
This one.
The other one.
Yes. Not the one you said.
Body Geek says, I demand a random number generator recount. Janet Burton says, that was fun. Congratulations to all the mask winners.
Alexa, countdown. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Starting in.
Many congrats to everyone. I'll make the post on Patreon so that everybody gets to see who won. Cat Switch says, what a great thing to do for your people. You truly are a nice guy.
I'm okay. I like what I do. I like doing what I do. I try to be nice.
Custom Corpse says, congrats to all of you. I'm sculpting as I watch you tonight.
Hooray.
Jordan Eason says, I missed that. Which one is the jester?
This one.
Not the one with the spikes. Ken Zarich says, good night, everyone. Masks look great.
Good night, Ken. He was just hanging out for the giveaway.
Body Geek says, I finished the time cards. It doesn't look like anyone will get the Stiltney Creepers bonus in their pay.
Oh.
It is native Cherokee 70s. Says, I love the one with the crown. It seems to be the creepiest.
This one will be the Jester.
When we get these finished, I'll take pictures of the individual ones.
Why did I come here?
I don't know. I need a tool. Tools live over here. Yeah. Yep. Chemicals. You got stuff in the oven.
I got a timer for that. Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
Your 2-minute timer is ready, and there are no other timers set.
Alexa, stop. Turn the thing off.
And here we go.
Turn it on. And set a timer for 2 minutes.
Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
The chef said it's staring at us.
It looks into your soul.
Body Geek says, we have to break out a blanket tonight. Feeling kind of chilly willy.
Oh, you know what? I know why I went over there. Went over there to see how much my battery had charged that I plugged in.
I already plugged your phone into it.
Oh. Okay. I was going to let the battery charge until the phone died.
Well, the phone already died. So I unplugged it, plugged the phone into it so that your phone would charge.
Has it charged?
I don't know, that's fine. It was up to 3 dots when I unplugged.
Great.
We're at 31%.
Yeah, turn that sucker on. You'll be fine. No, it's that one. Only that one. Don't hit any other buttons.
Just pick one.
The top button.
Top
Hold it down.
button is volume.
No, top button on the top of the phone right now. It's laying on the side. You're working at the bottom of the phone.
Gotcha. There you go. The recess button.
Every button's a recess button if you're strong enough.
There you go.
Storms in space.
Police chef says, I have been sold. Big Dog says, my bed is calling. 2:30 a.m. to come soon. Night Creepers and Alan, Stacy, and friend.
Good night. Don't turn it off. That wasn't quite where I wanted it. So the next timer you set will be 2.5 minutes.
Custom Corpse says, hey, Alan, I had a few requests. To make half masks out of my Night Creeper mask, sock mask, question mark? Do you think that would be the better way?
Alexa, stop.
Because I'll still need to add hair to those masks.
Yeah, I don't really understand that because that's not the nature of that mask, but I would go sock mask, yes. I do my Gravedigger mask for sock mask and I add hair to them.
Brenda Bodden says, sorry, I had to leave and come back. Storms in space messed up my connection.
We miss you immensely.
Gregory Haynes says, good evening all. I'm late to the show. That's great. Jordan Bunt says, do you have an adhesive recommendation for faux fur to a spandex hood?
Good. Faux fur does not stretch and spandex does. I'd recommend sewing. No adhesive is going to do it all by itself.
Friend Bottom says King of the Dead. That's the one I love.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that one too.
Hey, phone pan's back.
Okay, we should be back for pitch.
And we're back in pit.
So you're ready to take it out
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
now? Okay, it's only about a minute.
Yeah. Go
Body
ahead.
Geek says, I was getting up each day this past weekend at 6:30 a.m. and working my real job while haunting up there. I'm too old for that.
Yes. as am I.
Yeah.
Is it 2.5 minutes or you showed me 3?
Good for you.
Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, love watching you make masks. They're awesome.
Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
So all of these are bevel cuts.
Starting now.
So I can put these guys together and I'll get a ridge.
Big Dan Tattooer says, did someone set an alarm? I came back upstairs to ALEXA going crazy.
We did. Hallie said no.
Ain't she me?
I didn't tell her to. She went rogue. I'm sorry she did that to
It
you.
was crazy.
We had to talk. She'll never do it again.
Big dog. Big dog blue. Definitely showing up on the phone cam. Say hi, Cheney.
Hi, China. I say hi, China.
Love your butt.
It's my fluffy butt.
Kalisha asks us, who's that headless person? Is it Shannon? Hey, wife?
I have I think it's Headless Hallie right now. If she were a Garbage Pail Kid, that would be her name.
Headless Hallie.
Headless Hallie. Do you know what Garbage Pail Kids are?
I collect cards.
Okay.
Tina Boder says, I saw a puppy. That's Cheney.
Yes, that is Cheney.
Good advice, Pat Swift. G. Hawker says one of our dogs was Batman.
Hooray.
Like in general or just for Halloween?
Did he bark with a really gravelly voice?
Custom Corpse says, cool, yeah, I'll just slush cast the first half of the mold for these few people, I guess. Always trying to please if possible. Body Geek says, I will say, I enjoyed wearing the EVA foam helmet over the latex mask last weekend. Way more comfortable.
Yes. I kind of prefer the EVA foam mask myself.
Alicia F says, I miss Garbage Pail Kids. She might shift it over a bit.
Did you set a timer?
I'll put it 5 minutes left.
Big Dan Tattooer says, the thing you just glued looks like a plague mask.
Yes. That's going to be one of the peaks of the jester's head.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, my foam air dry clay doll head turned out great. It's a lizard / humanoid for my 3-year-old granddaughter, and she picked pink and blue for the colors. It was you that gave me the idea to try using foam.
Sweet. I love that.
Tina Bowden says, hi, Cheney, and thank you, Mr. Allen, for your kind words about my bully, Buford.
Oh, yes. Doggos are awesome. What's the camera on now?
It is on you making masks.
Yeah.
Whoop. Made a super chat noise.
My goodness.
Thank you, Brenda Bond. She said, ALEXA, are you listening to our conversations?
Oh, without doubt. That one, I can answer that one for her. A little more heating up stuff. Okay. Callie, would you hold the spider for a minute?
No,
Oh, okay.
absolutely not.
Callie's not a giant spider fan.
I'm not a spider fan, period. I think, Alan.
If we get enough super chat money, Stacy will hold Hallie and I will throw the giant spider.
Oh, no.
It's true. All right, but now you've just set a goal. How much is enough?
No,
Allie is small. I'll pick her up.
you should not. I'm not going to torture someone on video again.
Again?
Yeah,
Well,
it's not important.
Nice name says, my kid misses the garbage pail. He is so messy. Big Dan Tattoo says, I just unplugged Alien Say. Every time you tell her to stop, the video pauses.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I'm a shark.
I think he's a shark. PR shark. Hear him roar. Hear him roar him. This is a Deathster.
Death.
Deathster.
Death. Got it.
Like you're saying Dexter with a speech impediment,
Gotcha.
but it's a death jester.
Got it.
So that will give him a Dia de los Muertos
Paint job.
paint job.
With the tiniest Chewbacca.
hi.
1980 says, Wizard of Oz meets Hellraiser.
Wizard of Hell.
Felicia F says, can ALEXA be renamed so they don't pick up others' commands? I think your only options are computer or ALEXA. Currently. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once before. I'm pretty sure she means Conehead. Is Native Cherokee 70 Conehead Puppet Master?
I prefer waffles over pancakes.
Janet Burton says, oh my god, I remember having to buy the garbage pail kids for my kids at the checkout counters. I also remember the madness that went on the first Christmas that the He-Man action figures came out.
Yes, yes.
I had a set of the like Universal Monsters garbage pail kid cards.
Nice.
Very nice.
Rue Newman says, or Echo Dot. Nice Dandy says, Robo Krusty the Clown.
You can also call it AMAZON.
Ah, oh, there you go.
Very sweet.
Dan McCorson says, hello, guys. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Same Cherokee 70. Oh, yes, Cone. Oh, I see it now. Tutwork Studios says hello.
A knocks on the moon. Hallie, you will spray paint this white.
Where?
Right there.
White spray paint. Over here. This Native Cherokee 70 says, you're welcome to pick up. Yeah, that's going to be a thing that we do.
Heirloom white?
Or regular white. Brenda Bob says, some woman that hates real spiders but loves fake spiders wants the giant pool noodle spider. Pool noodle spider. No names, but it could be me. I also hate.
No, no, I'm in the corner. Probably real spiders.
That was quality YouTube division.
Oh god. You want matte or satin?
don't care. White.
Great, Matt.
Big Dan Tattooer says I'm going to change my ALEXA's name to Frank. Chase Perry says, nice. Hello, y'all.
Hello, Chick Berry.
Yeah, we need to get that, isolate it, and put it in the gift from the video. So you can have a gift of you being threatened by a giant spider in cool shades. We're like, no.
That'll show up years later in the lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Miss Dave Cherokee 77 says, ha 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 ha, get her.
Y'all are mean. Oh my
Megan
god.
Thorson says, come on, creepers, we can do this.
They're all haunting Halloween people. Of course they're mean.
What about me? I'm not mean. To an extent.
Mostly.
Think how scary that would have been if you had 2 eyes.
Thank God.
It's only half as scary as normal.
Could have been coming at you in 3D. Big Dan Tattooer says, I paid $1 and now my ALEXA's voice is Samuel L. Jackson with bad words.
Okay. All the time or just sometimes?
I saw what white you want. Like, or
1980 says, watching Alan torture blue hairs reminded me of when I sang to senior citizens. First off, it's green. It's green.
Thanks.
Okay.
Killy Chef. Headline, Tiny Tagger caught by giant arachnid.
That's kind of funny.
Edson Juice says, grab the bag of cotton. His native Cherokee 70 says, I love scaring anyone I can, whenever I can, all year long. Edson, that is not my daughter. This is my coworker, Hallie.
What?
Gray, my youngest,
Yes.
is scared of cotton balls.
Oh, good lord. Wait, what?
Yeah. I know.
What the hell?
It's a texture thing, I guess.
It's actually not as uncommon as you think.
Yeah.
Raw cotton is often a textural phobia.
Wow. Wow, it's doing something interesting on the face.
I know. It's like
Is the purple coming through?
Yeah.
Yep, that's from that purple primer.
I don't hate it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Edson Juice says, what's up with the sunglasses? It's not that bright in there.
She scratched her cornea
Right, right.
because she doesn't listen to Alan's rules of contacts.
I didn't know you had rules of
Says
contact.
all the time. Tatwork says, spiders don't bother me. However, when you guys caught the scorpion in the studio, that got me.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's not important, Allie. Keep spray painting.
1980
It's
says,
the Orpian skay.
fingernails on thread give me chills, and I sew by hand. 1980.
Yeah, see, a lot of people have that, the cotton feeling.
Felicia F is cracking up at, wait, what? Dan McCorson says, I finally got my new truck, 1991 Cadillac hearse.
Nice.
I can't tell if I got the top part. I can't see.
Ask a tall friend.
Bye.
Up
Yeah,
here.
damn it.
Keep going.
She just assumes failure.
Yeah, the purple was pretty wicked, actually, and seeping through.
Yeah, I'm doing red on the face too.
Good. Ms. Dave Sheridan 70 says, ooh, dang. Body Geek says, speaking of rules, were there any rules about glow sticks in the haunt?
Okay, so if there were little kids with red glow sticks,
Thank
those
you
were
for the
given so that the children would not get scared as bad.
Like Victor says, nice. Andy Iyer says, I threw cotton balls at someone I used to work with just to make her scream and run. Brenda Bodwin super chatted us $5. Thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda.
Says, if you just keep cotton balls all over the house, I can keep more people away without being rude to them. Good to know.
Right.
1980 says, texture sensitivity is a real thing. Brenda Bodwin says, cotton balls. 1980 says, I knew a person who couldn't do green beans or coconut. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, that looks so awesome. Body Geek says, oopsies. Rue says, not really Body Geeks. Bobby gives them to little kids to empower them. Felicia F says, I can see the cotton in the hole being a thing because it cuts, but regular cotton balls are so soft and fluffy.
But think about the scrunching that you feel and hear when you squeeze together a cotton ball. Like, that's it.
It squeaks.
Them squeaks, though.
DJ D Hawker says, what kind of glue is that?
This is a acrylic glue, which is, of course, in the hot glue gun. So this is, I use the floppy sticks a lot. These are the stiff sticks. Look at that black rigidity right there. Yeah.
Cat Soap says, and it could be a 16-year-old thing. My daughter at 16 was terrified of dogs and food that wasn't white. She now works for the ASBA and is a super cook. Laura Kirchville says, just FYI, Alan House has a weird brain and can keep mental notes of everyone's phobias. I've seen it in action.
I have a list on my phone, too. I keep interesting phobias on my phone.
Kalisha F says, squeaky cotton must be a Texas humidity thing.
No, it's everywhere.
Dan McCorrison says, Alan, when are we going on our Stilt Beast cruise?
Man.
Don't you want to take me on a Stilt Beast cruise? 1980 says, I have a phobia of $1 million. Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, ooh yeah, squeezing the cotton ball sucks.
See, it doesn't bother me in the least.
Big Dan Tattooer says, the easiest way to freak someone out is to chew cotton balls or foil. That was a noise. Hey.
Allie is raiding the Halloween candy over there.
Candy? Would you like something?
I'll take M&M's.
I'll take M&M's. Merry Crisis.
Well, it was 9:44 just to...
Yes, I'm getting there on these guys, believe it or not.
Brenda Bodwin, thank you so much. It's $10. Oh yeah, bravo, bravo. Love this mask. Love this mask. 1980 says a weird headline: teen assaulted by Q-tips.
Brenda, I think by now you've super chatted us enough to buy a mask.
Right?
So,
Thank you.
how can I message? Email stiltbeaststudios@gmail.com. Send an email, Brenda, with your address to stiltbeaststudios@gmail.com.
Felicia F says, I just grabbed a few to squeeze and listen. My dog is freaking out.
It's a thing. It's a real thing.
Andy Iyer says, night all, gotta start thinking about bed. 3:30 a.m. gets here too quick. Good night, Andy. Rue says, ew, chewing foil kind of freaks me out too. Of course, lots of dental work might contribute to that. B Brown 0518 says, good evening.
Hello, B. Brown. All these little strings are going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oops.
Cat Swift says, not criticizing, just asking. Were you planning on a YouTube Wednesday editing prompt, or just waiting till the next week?
Today's Wednesday.
Mhm.
Okay. So I made a decision that YouTube Wednesday is going to be every other week. I feel like that is sustainable. So, yes. And I knew I had a live tonight, so I don't think that one every week is sustainable for a whole year, but I think I can do one every other week.
Felicia F says, I just feel a fluffy goodness. The dog jumped up, gave me the evil eye, and ran to the couch.
Yeah. Dog knows what's up.
Big Dan Tattooer says, did you get the email of the image I sent?
I did. Have not had time to act upon it because of how my life works. But I will.
In terms of the squeaky cotton balls thing, I feel like there are different densities of cotton balls. Like the cotton that you pull out of like a vitamin bottle or an aspirin bottle or something.
Doesn't squeak.
No, it does. And I don't think the cotton balls I've experienced in the bag of cotton balls you get to like take your nail polish
I feel
off
like
with.
they're squeakier.
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
There's a term also for the squeak of cotton. There's a term
Masato.
for it.
Thank you so much. She's $20. Got a promotion, so I need to share.
You got a
some love.
promotion? That's so awesome.
Congratulations on your promotion, and thank you for the super chat.
Sharing the love.
Dan McCorson says, "How was the Dark Hour haunt season?"
It was amazing. We almost doubled 2019 season people-wise. Ridiculous amounts of people came out to see the show.
B Brown 0518 says, very cool blank I received. Thank you, sir. Looking forward to receiving my other one.
Yeah, you a Capra Scorn, I think, is the other one that you ordered, and it is coming out of the mold. Sadly, cold and rainy weather, the masks just take longer.
Felicia F says, alternate Wednesdays. Got it. Mass
Now,
Slasher.
I might throw some extras in there, but the plan is alternate Wednesdays.
Mash Slasher said, we've seen some articles a while back that claim corgis, which we have, are scared of bananas. We bought bananas to see how she reacts to it. She ate it. Myth debunked.
Wow.
Cat Swift says, that sounds good. Many congratulations to Masato. Body Geek says, I caught a Walgreens going out of business. I have 2 big trash bags of cotton balls at 25 cents a package. You gonna do some corpsing? 1980 says, cats and pickles. Apparently, cats are scared of pickles. Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, wow, I miss scaring people. Hopefully, I may have plans for next year.
Dude. It's so fun.
Do this spooky. Yeah, I think that's smart, going to every other week. Well,
I can sustain that.
yeah, give you enough time to make sure the videos are nice and not have to kill yourself editing. And
Yeah. See, but now I have 2 Halloween videos started, but they're not done editing.
Yep.
So do I edit them and put them out, or do I jump right into holiday stuff?
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, wow. Oh, wait, I missed that already. Kalisha F says, send some to Stacy to toss at Gray. Dana Burns says, my first backyard haunt wasn't going to happen. My girls, my sister, my niece, and brother-in-law put the yard together the day of Halloween. We sent actors texts for kids under 6, still had tears. Good job.
Hooray, tears.
Rue Newman says, my new characters got lots of love from that TikTok. Robert Dodrill says, if you were going to make a super cheap alien face hugger that's flexible, would you use pool noodles, or is there another approach?
Watch my skeleton in a can video, and that's it.
It's not super flexible, though.
Once
it dries.
It is flexible? No. But it is formable with heat to change it in different shapes. Just like the hands are.
The Blue Fairy says, I could go for both holiday and Halloween. Jordan Bunce says, Halloween videos first.
Hallie, in a moment, when I get this side, this one done, I want you to spray paint this black.
Don't corner me against that spider. I will cry.
You know where the black paint lives?
Behind you.
1980 says, forgot to mention my son worked the high school hunt this year. He was the final jump scare. Lots of adults needed new shorts.
Awesome. That's what really hooked me when I was a kid. I got to scare my gym teacher. Destroyed.
Brenda Bodwin says, I don't super chat to get stuff. I do it when I find a channel that I love. I checked it out for the art. I stayed in because in most of the videos I binge watched, you mentioned your wife or family. Aww.
Yes.
Well, we are super appreciative of the super chat money. Thank you so much.
I am good at three things. I am good at scaring people, sword fighting, and loving my wife. Like that's it. It's not great on a resume, but it makes a good, fun life.
Creative Doof says, I see a species side to the formation of this project, and I get some post-Halloween cheer. Good thing I caught this stream.
Yeah. Cheer, cheer.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I told the missus I had a phobia of doing the dishes. She didn't buy it.
Well,
Patricia Hogarty says, developed a phobia when I learned what it was and saw pictures. Now I have trypophobia.
yeah.
Yeah, sames.
Bulls.
Holes. It was the lotus.
You know what tryptodecaphobia is?
Fear the number 13.
Fear of the number 13!
Hey.
Frickin' English major. Learning the
It's
last.
triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah, triskaidekaphobia.
Chase Perry says, I think squeaky cotton can be close to snow packing sound. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Cat Swift.
Any way someone wants to give and help, we appreciate it. Okay, so this is the Jester head, and this looks so much like Jack from Halloween Horror Nights right now.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
Dan McCorson says, my werewolf mask I bought from you. The hair pulled away from the latex part of the mask. How should I go about fixing it?
Dan, send me a picture. So I don't know if it's hair or fur. Send me a pic.
Brenda Bodwin says, I sent them a PayPal last week, maybe?
She did. Very kind. Very busy. Very Brenda.
Felicia F says, yes, it does. 1980 says, not a phobia, but I tend to reflect on my admiration of mirrors. Meh.
If I saw you in the mirror, I'd have a phobia. Okay, I'm going to get some color on him.
Some color. You want tiny brushes or big brushes?
1-inch chippy brush.
1 inch chippy brush.
Hi, skirt. I'm going to paint this dirty, and then I'm going to clean it up with the airbrush.
Patricia Hogarty says, you know I'm going to be trying to squeak cotton balls tomorrow.
That's how we roll.
Face in the video.
Thank you, Brenda.
Right? Because I'm over super chatting today because YouTube keeps 35%, for which they push to advertise the channel into many more recommended feeds. It helps the channel grow. It makes channels grow faster than any other method. Thank you, Brenda. That is awesome. We are very appreciative.
Yeah, this channel is just a little love project. basically my audience on YouTube Wednesday on the Still Peace channel doesn't particularly like live videos because they want the formatted, edited videos. So I actually moved them off in order to. I moved them off of the Still Peace channel to this channel.
Listen, you can still pull it down to the top there if you want to get at the top. If you're worried about it. Louis McLam says, hello all. Yes, I'm late. Just got home.
Hello, Lewis. I see a comment from Rum Tum Tugger.
Best friend of Rumble Teaser.
I get YouTube comments from normally Rum Tum Tugger makes a YouTube comment and mentions their old age quite a bit in their YouTube comments.
He says, I like both formats. Dan McPherson says, I send you a picture. It got in the hands of a rambunctious actor. Seth Ashley says, hello, everyone. Dan McPherson talking about the hair.
Yeah, send me a picture.
Robert Dondrell says, speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, I live in Orlando. The most annoying thing is there's one consistent line through the houses that spoil the scares.
Yes, that's a problem. We're kind of headed towards that ourselves.
Body Geek says, I get a lot of information from your random comments and answered questions on the lives.
Yeah, I think lives are the best way to learn because you can, if someone wants to learn something specific, they can just grill me and get answers.
1980 says, almost needs a ridiculous goatee.
And ask Jordan, who was on earlier. I'll answer anything.
Felicia F says, the dog returned to torture me with the sound of teeth grinding on bone. She's clearly been here before.
Not the dog's first review.
Big Dan Tattooer says, just like Bob Ross, painting happy little jesters.
Right. Cray little jesters.
Brenda Bodwin says, I love the other channel too. Thumbs up. Rum Tum Tugger says, I'm quite a bit old.
Hey,
I tried being old. Hated it. Yes, ma'am.
do you have another semi-gloss? Because I don't want to hit this again.
Hit with Matt. Matt it up.
Well, we don't like.
So I'm going to gloss it later.
Okay.
There are some people who have been commenting on my videos for years on Still Beast, and they only leave emojis. Like, that's it. And there's a lot of people who don't speak English, and they just comment in their native language. Then I Google Translate it, and then I reply in their language.
Right.
Because, I don't know.
Because you're trying.
I feel obligated. Yeah. All right. Beat the devil out of this brush here for a second.
Channeling your Bob Ross.
Right.
I did bring you something. Body Geek says, at what point do you think the haunt exceeds its capacity?
When the show is bad. When people come out and do not enjoy the show because of overcrowding or a poor actor to guest ratio.
Creative Doof says, wise men say growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional.
Wise men say only fools rush in. And falling in love with you.
Max Slasher says, your other pre-shot videos are really nice when you don't have a lot of time to watch stuff, but I definitely prefer lives.
Interesting.
Felicia F says, you're Google lingual.
Yes.
Max Slasher says, I just don't catch enough of them that I would like. Patricia Hogarty says, and then there's still beast phobia. Dan McCorse says, time for bed. 4:30 a.m. comes early.
Yes, it does.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, nice and creepy looking, dude. I like. Body Geek says, only Rue rushes in.
Well, we won't tell him you said that.
He's still here. Like, it was just mere moments ago.
Don't tell him he's still here.
Kalisha says, funny thing, I stopped myself from typing Fools Rush In lyrics, and you all sang it. You can count on us for that.
Yeah, you give us a song cue, we taking it.
We literally cannot help ourselves. That would be revived for one.
Yeah, that's sort of the plan.
Nice Danny says that Max reminds me of my Waterbury face. Brenda Bodwin says, I'm not young, but I refuse to be old. I'm just beautifully aged, perfect to me. I was created to be. Now,
Hooray!
Body Geek says, love you.
Want to shake that heat gun and dry it. Please. You get on my table? Use it.
Nice Danny says, save the squid. I wonder if John Biggins, the winner of our Maniac Masters, is any relation to Andy.
Oh.
Big Dan Tattoo says, ladies and gentlemen, the Still Piece Fingers. Pretty, it's coming soon. One day we'll do some Still Piece karaoke. Oh, okay. Ms. Native Cherokee says, age, I'm 51, but my heart is 15. Too bad, body don't agree. Max Slasher says, know where you can get fake barbed wire? Or is there an easy way to make it that's cheaper?
I buy mine. There's a lot of Western interior decorator stores, and those is where I get my barbed wire from. They sell it in a 50-foot roll, faux barbed wire.
Body Geek says, I have 3 workers this weekend. I'm torn. Start building the Wicker Man, start building the shop, or run electric for the RV sites.
Start building your shop.
Janet Burton says, I think you're taking the time to reply. It's awesome. I don't know if I've thanked you for all your help and inspiration. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Stillpiece, Stacy and Rue, for getting me through Halloween.
You are awesome. I reply to almost every comment. I try very hard to not miss comments.
Cat Swift says, I don't mind being old, and I am really old. It lets me get by with so much stuff out in public and embarrass the heck out of my kids.
Hooray!
1980 says, backstory, he was riding his motorcycle down the East Coast. The storm came out of nowhere. Last thing you saw was tentacles, then black.
Right.
Janet Burton says, I've got to hit the hay. Good night, Jeanette.
Good night. I'm mixing metallic spray paint and black because I don't even like breathing.
Mm-hmm. Oh. We also have metallic black.
This way I can customize my metallic black.
Body Geek says, no one ever believes me when I tell them my age, so I just say I'm 17.
Hooray! No one believes me when I tell them my age either, but for different reasons.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Body Geek is pretty baby-faced.
Yes.
Tony, when he doesn't have a beard, is very, very baby faced.
Yes.
Like
Yes, he
getting
is.
carded for cigarettes, baby faced.
Yeah.
1980 says, "What's an octopus's favorite game?"
Um,
Is it Capture the Flag?
I don't know.
Parcheesi?
Shoots and ladders.
Shoots and ladders.
Surely it is shoots.
Big Dan Tattooer says, "I'm 50, but with almost 20 years of wrestling, I feel 72 and a half."
Yeah, that'll do it, dude.
Oh, that looks so cool for the dry brush.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Skittish."
Ah,
It's not even a real sport.
People do play Quidditch.
I was really thinking hard. They don't really play Quidditch.
They
They play
do.
an equivalent game
Well,
because
sure.
they cannot fly on
Can't
brooms.
fly on-
As soon as they start flying on brooms, I'm still not playing the game because I don't like going fast on a bicycle. I'm good at anything that straps to my feet.
Yeah.
Skates, skis, stilts. If it doesn't strap to my feet, I think I'm going to die.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, "I'm supposed to be painting more, but I just have to watch these being made. Too much fun. Y'all make me laugh."
And look at how that little bit of glue work that we did
Oh, yeah.
really changed all of this.
Brenda Bodman says, "I tell you my age, but it's going up by one of the 21st, so I'll tell you then."
Would you give me a
Too
blue
lazy
brush,
to age
please,
to say
Allie?
no age twice. Billy Chef says, "I was thinking Twister for a Squid's favorite game." Had to say my age twice. Drew Newman talking to... Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that doesn't suck. Very
Thanks, homie.
Very spooky.
Face is very spooky.
Your mom is very spooky.
It really is.
wow.
That's not the worst one.
Rum Tum Tugger says, "I've watched some live feeds where they only respond to super chats. Thank you for including everyone."
Oh, yeah. I know some folks do that, but you know what? And I don't have, if I had like 20,000 viewers on the stream, maybe I'd have to because the chat's going to be flying
And I
by.
was going to say, when we got up over 200 people on the lives, it was very difficult to keep up with what was being chatted. His name Cherokee 70 says, "It popped. I've used hot glue many times for that very reason." Tina Bowden says, "I like the recorded videos because they focus more on decor, but I love watching the lives. I too appreciate you taking the time to share with all of us. You all are awesome."
And you know what? I may do some lives from dark hour while I'm working on a set, like late night.
Mm-hmm.
That might be something that we do.
Philly Chef said, "The detail from the glue is awesome."
It's very nice.
Laura Kirchwell says, "Cyclophobia. Noted, Alan Hops." Big Dan Tattooer says, "The detail in that face. Wow." Body Geek says, "I wonder when they're going to start putting Ziploc bags in boxes of cereal." His name,
They don't want it to stay fresh. They want it to go bad, to go
Mhm.
stale.
his name Cherokee 70 says, "Okay, so that's my new favorite mask." Felicia F says, 63 people in the live and 45 likes. Smash the button, people.
Who won this?
Patrick Wheelock.
Cool.
Creative Doof says, "I'm probably too old for Twister. My parents, on the other hand, would have to visit a chiropractor the very next day if they played Twister." Cat Swift says, "The kids at work tomorrow will love seeing these masks. They are amazed with what you can do with basic, simple masks."
Hey.
Yeah. That looks pretty cool. Very geeky.
This is so this is one of my secrets. Metallic and black over whatever project color scheme
Oh, yeah.
was one of my tactics. There were 11 weeks of the show, and I had 11 different tactics that had I gone on Face Off, I would have just picked one of those tactics
Nice.
in order to succeed.
B Brown 0518 says, "That looks awesome." And Brenda Bottom says, "Refresh," because there's more likes than that. Like Sandy says, when you realize the job is the original escape room, you spend all day trying to find your way out.
I never did that. I knew what I wanted to do, so I did things as close as I could.
Police Chef says, I made 46. His Native Cherokee 70 says, how much for that one? Or another one like it?
Because of time, probably like $90. There's not a lot of materials in it, but these do take a little while.
$71 watching, 60 likes. What I got? Body Geek says, where's a good source for escape room design ideas?
I don't know, but I got to do that soon, so I'll let you know.
Check out the Test Subjects, which is a group that is fronted by a friend of mine who is a magician, and they design escape room stuff. They're based out of Vegas. They're very good.
I just got done painting it. Time is it? 10:12.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't think I'll get this guy done tonight.
Brenda Bodwin says, I'm really in love with that mask. Wow. Tank says, just tuned in. Did I hear you say you almost went on Face Off?
I was my plan. I said no to 2 seasons, and my plan was to go on once Dark Hour calmed down and settled out, and
So any day.
that still hasn't
I was gonna
happened.
say, any day now.
So yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to finish his paint job tonight. I'll probably finish it tomorrow when I get home.
Body Geek says, what is it called?
The Test Subjects. It is called The Test Subjects.
The Pacer Test, isn't
Never stop that. The trauma.
it?
You don't get it.
Mass Slasher says, want to do a quick rapid fire for old time's sake?
Sure, my body is ready. Hit me.
Native Cherokee 70 says, great, makes sense to me. I know all about time with art. Worth it.
I don't think no picture.
All right, hit me with those rapid fire questions. Don't be so rapid fire they think you're spamming the group.
Hopefully it's coming. 1980 says, is this jester going to get iced?
He will not be an ice jester. I was going to do a Dia de los Muertos look on him. The skull line work on it.
Creative Doof says, I have some ideas of what I'd like to do with my life. Took some college courses in art. Still need to pass math to graduate. Ceramics, digital art, traditional art, fun stuff. Still confused, though.
What makes you the happiest? What are you the happiest doing?
Love for Tink says, hello, all. I just come to.
Hello, Love for Tink.
D. Hawker says, gotta go. Had a good time with you guys. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. His Native Cherokee 70 says, make sure you video the one you can't finish tonight. We must see it.
I will. Maybe I'll even go live tomorrow doing it.
Mass Slasher says, name 2 memorable moments from this year's Dark Hour haunt season.
So, Saturday night, Friday night, insane crowds. I had the idea that we could bring our genie lift out, and I could go up on the genie lift like a tower and throw out Halloween candy and talk to people through a megaphone and use a spotlight. And when I first got on it, I was just messing with people. I was behind the van, and then I raised up and they started cheering, so I went back down. And then I raised up and they started cheering and I went back down. And I did that like 6 times.
But what character were you?
I was Carl. So, many inappropriate things were said. It was a good time. So that's one. A second memorable thing that happened this season. All right, so there was a beautiful moment, maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, when Sunday night, last night, I was in the graveyard, and I was covering a big area by myself. But I wanted to think, and I wanted to, you know what? I don't get to do this enough. Often I'm needed outside, or they need to find me easy, so I'm not in the house. And I was in the house. I was in a spot. I was chained to one area, and I scared people. But I did some tests. Can I still make the whole group jump? Can I still make the whole group fall on the ground? Can I still steer the group and back them up? And it was just, I had a plan in my head before I hit each group. I did it, and it was like 95% successful. So I still remember what to do in the haunt.
All right, Mass Slasher says, what's your wrestler name?
What is my wrestler name?
Mm-hmm.
Fat
Pumpkin Thunder.
Pumpkin Thunder. That is my wrestling name. And I would wear a jack-o'-lantern singlet.
Felicia F says, creepy bear creations in the future?
There will be more bears, yes.
Brenda Bottom says, I want to learn the pool noodle stuff for the yard.
It is just buy some crap pool noodles from the Dollar Tree and practice heat bonding them together.
Felicia F says, gotta love Carl. Creative Dude says, digital art is cool, but it's kind of a headache sometimes. Ceramics was a blast while I was allowed to be creative. Traditional art classes were kind of drag at times. Printmaking was cool.
Okay, I didn't ask any of that. What do you enjoy doing? What in life makes you the happiest? For a while there in the 80s and early 90s, like, it was a BMW was like the big status symbol. Like that was it. Get yourself a BMW, and then you're making it. I think now it's happiness. You've heard the expression, I'd rather cry in my Ferrari than in my Honda.
Mm-hmm.
No, you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the unhappiest people that I know are some of the wealthiest people. And I think if you gave them a choice, will you trade wealth for happiness? Every time, I think they would. Do what makes you happy. Find a way to make a living on what makes you happy. I'm not saying starve. I'm not saying go hungry. But if playing a guitar on a street corner makes you happy, maybe work at Wendy's, and then when you're done, go to that street corner, but do stuff. And if you don't know what makes you happy, do all the things you can. Work at a haunt, play in a softball league, play bush league pool, do any kind of activity that doesn't cost a lot of money, and learn what makes you happy. Figure it out.
All right, if you had to join an NFL team, who would you join?
I don't want to move, so I would join the Cowboys. I don't want to move. I like where I live.
All right. Richard Clark says, we added a whiteout room and a jailbreak hall this year based on your class this year at HAAS, and they were both a big success. Thanks. So
awesome.
Simpler is better.
Simpler is better, or words.
Creative Duke says, I hated Illustrator because I'm a bad professor, but I could relearn it if I wanted to. Felicia F says, you've still got it.
I still got it. Hallelujah.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, I love beating up my hubby with pool noodles. Christina Mente says, what makes me happy is scaring people.
So I will tell you something funny that happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
And you'll appreciate this because you love bad jokes. Both of you. I was like, I'm helping out in the graveyard. That makes me the Ghoul-Aid man. So there's a couple of curtains that I jumped out of, and I jumped out, and I would go, oh yeah! But they didn't know what I was yelling. They just knew I was large and moving fast and yelling. So yeah, I was the Ghoul-Aid man, and I actually yelled, oh yeah, at people. Once graveyard shut down. Yeah, once graveyard shut down, I went over there.
Creative Duke says it was probably ceramics, so I'd like to build things up.
Cool.
Body Geek says I'd trade for a good partner any day. Rylan Chow says sorry I'm late, but okay. What are the masks you're using?
Hallie, there's a bag over there that has a skull mask in it. It's definitely a bag. There it is. You found it. Good job. You.
Thank you. I may be blind, but I can find things. for the most part.
Two of the masks that I used were this, and this is a skull mask from Walmart, $7.97. There was a red metallic devil face mask, same thing. That's what this was, and that is what this guy was. This guy is the same sculpt, Mr. Madness mask.
Mass Slasher says, small hint to upcoming ideas for YouTube Wednesdays / live stream or Dark Hour project.
I have a scarecrow to finish for YouTube Wednesday. Like, so normally every Halloween I have like a magnum opus project, which is like, this is the big video for this October. Well, it was the tree and the spider and the scarecrow that I'm going to do.
Nice.
So.
Brenda Bodman says, amen, I'd rather be happy. I choose happy every day. Felicia F says, pick one to make scarier, Harry Potter or Ender's Game.
I don't know Ender's Game, so I would pick Harry Potter.
Creative Juice says, I like haunts, but the supervisors and senior actors were literal stiffs.
And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I did make Harry Potter scarier.
You did.
That's Dark Hour.
Well, you literally made Harry Potter so scary that they wouldn't show it on their thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brenda Bodwin says, do you allow people to volunteer at your haunt for a day? That would be a very cool life experience.
Yeah, come on. Sure.
Creative Juice says, otherwise I'd work at another haunted house. Mass Slasher says, last one since the live is near the end. Name 4 things you love to see or hear from your fellow creepers.
I love to see things that they made. I love to see that something that we do here made them not worry or be less self-conscious. Because there's a huge advantage to just doing it and having the confidence to know you can fix it if it isn't perfect. Finish is better than perfect. And I have to name it, do another.
more.
What I have to do?
2 more. 4 things that you love to see or hear from your fellow creepers.
Okay.
We got 2.
I love to hear that they test the heat gun on their hand and they can't stop. I like to hear that. And I like to hear just the pride in their voice when they made something and they didn't think they could.
Nice. Tina Bottom says, doggies and Halloween make me happy. Unfortunately, my spine was not happy in vet medicine and it's emotionally extremely difficult, so I had to leave. Miss it though. Hey, Mario says, hello, it's me.
It's a Mario. Hello, Mario.
Mario, please tell me that you've coordinated with Shannon.
Coordinated with Shannon?
Uh-huh.
What?
Brenda Botter says, Walmart, those should be on clearance for 75% off now. Creative Duke says, do foster care for doggies. There's shelters that need people to help socialize unfortunate pets. Tank says, tree and spider videos this year were very cool. Nice Nady says, have you seen the Harry Potter game show announcement? I have.
I've not.
Will not be watching it. Christina Mante says, I lost my voice at the haunt I worked at this season. I was in a chapel and I was a leader of a cult.
That means you're doing it right.
Me too, sort of.
Yeah, you're kind of the leader of a cult.
Creative Duke says, currently applied for an animal care service job. I like pets, so we'll see where that goes.
Cool.
And we're caught up on comments.
All right, since we're caught up on comments, we're going to leave. That's how that works, right?
Dust. Yep.
Yeah. So, Hallie, say goodnight.
Good night.
You look like a weird version of Halloween homeless.
What?
Because you have a hoodie on and a beanie, but you have, it's dark hour gear.
Darker, get my name.
Yeah. Yeah. Stacy,
Good night.
say goodnight. And I say goodnight. Thanks for watching and hanging out with us. Go make stuff.
Go